Hello, my name is Gaute Espeland. This is a quick guide on how to use the utility Powerpoint2HSTouch version 8. Our goal is to produce simple graphics in PowerPoint and transfer it onto HSTouch Designer. Unfortunately, we can't copy and paste this graphic directly. That's why I've been coding this utility that takes the graphic from PowerPoint, do some small adjustments on it, and store it on to the skins system that will make the graphic turn up in the designer, so we can place it on to our HSTouch project. This will just be a quick guide on how to use the new functionalities in version 8. So I will just show you the floating toolbar, how to set slide size, build a background, build some 3D buttons, some 3D status buttons, and a couple of sliders. So let's get started. Let's start out with a blank PowerPoint presentation and put some shapes onto it. Now if we start the utility will take whatever selected from PowerPoint and put it on the clipboard and copy the clipboard onto the application. This is the preview of the clipboard. Then it will scale and crop the graphics onto this result. This result is true size, and this is an overview. So if we have something fairly big here, like this, this will give us an overview, and this will be the true size. If we click here, we will get up a toolbar like this that is floating, and all the elements in this toolbar you can also get from the toolbar in PowerPoint, but this is just for convenience. So let's say we want to take away the borders like this, or make it 3D like this. The buttons are here to do it. Just quickly go through the buttons. This is subtract 2 shapes. This is combine 2 shapes. This is pick up style, apply style, bring to front, send to back, bring forward, send backward, align left, align top, distribute vertically, distribute horizontally, no border, center text, set transparent color, set picture grayscale, crop, 3D out, 3D in, and this is the 3D properties. It will bring up the 3D property window like this. So the first thing we should do always is to set the slide size. If you're going to make a project that is going to end up on an iPad, this will be the correct project size, 768 times 1024. This is the dots per inch scaling factor to be used for setting the physical slide size. Normally we will put this to 150. So now the slide size is set correctly, and it will show up here the set slide size in 150 points per inch. This is the physical one, and this is the shape, the first shape selected, relative size relative to the size of the slide. This area is where we're going to store our graphics. This is where the skins, HSTouch skins are, and these are the skins folders located under there. Let's pick up test, and if we want to go to this folder, we can just click here and it will take us directly to that skins folders. This is the toolbar. You can select to have it vertical or horizontal like this, and if it gets lost outside the screen, just right click this button and it will bring it back. So the problem with PowerPoint is that when we have graphics like this, there will be some small pixels, transparent borders on the graphic. It says here the size of the clipboard and the transparent borders. So this automatically cropping crop transparent borders will take away these borders out to the result. Also the scaling is not correctly, so this size will be scaled to the relative size of the shape back to the correct size according to the slide size. So these two, scale and crop, functions are to correct some errors in PowerPoint. Then it's all about saving these graphics onto the skin and using it in HomeSphere Touch Designer. So if I want to have this graphic stored, call it G1, I press this button and then it will be transferred onto the graphics area like this, and I can start up the designer. Remember that we will need to start the designer after making new skins folders, because the designer reads the skins folders only at startup. So here, if we select the test skin, we will see in the graphic, this is the graphic that we created in PowerPoint. So let's go through the demo and start out with build some background graphics. We can build a typical 3D tabbed dialog like this. Pick up this style and then apply it here by selecting this one. Then I apply this style. What we also can do is to set this style as the default shape. Then all the new shapes will come out in this size, this style. Bring this to front. Then we have the typical tabbed dialog like this, and we can combine these two to make a tab like this. We would like to keep this gray or black. We can't use the background color of the slide, so we must put some graphic on top of this. Now we need to take away the 3D on this one, like this, and build it, fill it with, let's say, gray, and then put it on the background like this, and push it all the way to the back, like this. And then we can select everything by dragging this rubber band around it. And then we could go to the utility, and the utility will take it off the clipboard, scale it, crop it, check the size. If it's not perfectly by the pixel, we can always go to slides, scale to slide size. And then backgrounds, and now we can take it into our screen, test, backgrounds, background 1. This is the background. Oh, some old graphics here. Let's make some buttons. This is a button. Let's put some text on it. We don't text the button. The text must be separate so that the utility can move the text to simulate the button press. So with this, we select first this one, then the text, go to the utility. This one would automatically take and create a normal and a pressed one. We can test it by clicking this one. If this is okay, call it button 2, push it to buttons, and it will turn up here as a button, and we can take it straight into here and use it immediately. If we want some graphic on that button also, we can take it some graphic. Let's take this one. Scale it down. Something like this. Then it's important, select the button first, then the other graphics. Then it will immediately know which is the button and move the others accordingly to simulate a push of a button. So this would be B3, store, in and out of the button, take it down here and test it. It's very simple and very quick to make buttons like this. But typically I would like status buttons, so when I press them, they will stay pressed and show me that something is switched on. So to do that, I would like to make a copy of this and make the passive one black and white. So what we do now, we select the button, go here to the 3D status button and say this is the button, this is the text, this is the graphic for normal, and this is the graphic for pressed. And now it will know that it should replace this graphic with this graphic for the pressed version. So we'll call this B3, or was it B4? Store it in and out here, take it out here, and we can see this status graphic. Now we have to move these two links into the status tracking here, but the graphic is here, so it's very easy to do that. So it's very quick to create buttons with a new version 8 of the utility. The last thing we should do is create a couple of sliders. Let's make one slider that has a 3D background like this with a circular button. We can put some graphic on that button, or we can put some text like this. Then we'll make a copy of this and may build another one over here. Then we'll make a groove, in the background for this button to fall into, like this. So we select this one and that one and subtract them, and we get a hole. Now I think it would be nice to put a yellow background on this. So we take away the 3D and do a gradient fill from yellow to black, like this. So if we push this back, it's a long way back, let's pull this forward instead, and then we'll need the button. Where are you? There you are, like this. Now we'll have a slider that shows that the light is coming more and more on, going in that direction. So we select this one, the frame and the yellow background, go to the utility and go to the manual part, use the sliders background, call this slide 1 background, now it's stored, and then the button, select it and button, and now we can go to the sliders and bam, there's the slider already. Sometimes we would like to put the slider in a groove of the background itself. The way to do that is to cut the groove in the background like this, select the background, select this one and subtract. You can also put a copy of this yellow thing in the back of this by putting it, I can bring this to the front and then get the button to the front. So now we'll have to store the background again with this groove. So let's do that. Select everything except this one. Take it to the utility. See the new background. Call it back2. Store it. Take it into our background. Just backgrounds like this. Now we have the groove. Now we need the slider button, but the slider will require both a button and some slider background. So how we fake that is that we place graphic on top of the slider like this, but we'll make it totally transparent. no fill. So this will mark the borders of the slider like this. So when I have this selected and go to the utility, it won't show anything, but the sizes are correct. So I can now call this slide to background and it will be stored. And then we take the button. Sorry, I'll have to push this backward. The button is here. Then I'll save that button like this. And then I can go to the designer and place this slider on top of the groove I made like this. So that's pretty much everything. Of course, you can do manually buttons here too. If you have any questions, you'll find me on the board of Homes here. So have fun.